Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to talk about housing again. I think we need to. There's some fundamental changes that have happened. I want to play for you a video from a YouTuber I do not know. It showed up in my feed this morning. We are seeing a shift in the housing market. There's not a drop and a crash like everyone is hoping and praying for, which I don't understand why everyone's hoping and praying for one that will just destroy the entire economy. But the prices aren't dropping like you think, and there's some fundamental reasons. But let me first show you that it's not just, and everybody, when I talk about housing, likes to say, it's a Wyoming thing, it's where you are, and it's not. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a video where a guy talks about what's going on in Maryland. I'm going to show you some comments in his video where it says it's happening in Kansas. We're seeing it in different areas. Yes, there are areas that are dropping, and real estate is market specific. Stay off the West Coast, stay out of Phoenix, don't touch Boise right now. Some parts of Utah, you've got to watch. Some of those got over their skis. Some have major social issues, homelessness, and immigrants that are driving some of the price declines and are forcing people out, and they're fire sailing. Don't use those as your barometers. Let me show you this video real quick, and you can hear what he went through. Okay, so let's run over. This is Sachs Realty. He's got 25,000 subscribers. Good for him. I'm very jealous. I hope to one day get there. But let me show you what he did. I know the area where he's talking about. Let's run into this.
Home buyers and sellers are still far apart. It's amazing to me. Despite the higher rates, home buyers are still caving in to overpriced homes. I looked at a home last week and my clients were very interested in buying it at the right price. So we crafted a very creative offer, one, in my opinion, that would have been fair for everyone. And can you believe it? Multiple offers came pouring in, and my clients lost the deal. Now, it's important.
So he goes on to detail what happened in this deal. They had an open house. He was there for like 45 minutes. Multiple people showed up. He said it got really busy, ultimately resulting in multiple offers. Now, the clients really wanted the house. He found some issues with the house regarding property lines. I encourage you guys to go watch the video. I will put the link down in the description. They decided to put the bid in anyway. Guys, 3% mortgages fundamentally changed the housing market. People aren't selling houses with 3% mortgages on it. If inflation is 6%, you have a 3% mortgage, you are stealing money every year that you continue to pay on that house. Why would you get out of that? Why would you change out of that? 37 to 40% of houses are paid off. Those people aren't moving. They're not going to go sign up for a 6-7% mortgage. It's some high payment. Why? Your house is paid off. You are rich when your house is paid off. These people aren't getting out. Inventory is extremely low. 3% mortgages changed the game. Recognize that and understand that. You want to live in one of these markets that sort of fluctuates every time we see a crisis, don't see a crisis, you've probably got some opportunities. But if you want to go to some desirable areas, you're going to have some problems. So let me run over. We're going to run back to this video. So in this video, he details sort of what he has hanging out in the wind that he also thinks is driving this. I think he has a little bit of bias here. I need to get to 1 minute and 36 seconds. So let's play this.
Time of year, which is March through June. So I have many buyers right now that are actively looking for their primary residence, as well as many real estate investors that are looking for more rental properties.
So listen to what he just said. He has multiple buyers looking for their primary residence, and he has multiple investors looking for rental properties. Guys, you have two motivated groups that are competing for a very tiny inventory right now. Yes, they're going to stretch a little bit. If you're sitting on the sidelines and you're renting something and you're unhappy and you're looking for your primary residence, you're going to stretch a little bit. This is what you're competing with. If the price drops, you're going to compete with an investor that's going to come in with all cash or extremely great financing and solid numbers. Like, this isn't 2008. It's not strippers buying multiple houses and sitting on them empty, just speculating. These are people that are well capitalized and well financed and know what they're doing. Or it's people that are desperate and really want to buy a place. That's what you're competing with for no inventory. The market is just fundamentally different. So let's run back over here to this video. This was in Maryland. I'm going to show you one in Wyoming here in a second. Let's run down. Here's Falcon Library. I don't know, but I looked at a house in a small Kansas town that sold for $63,000 in 2019. Sellers have it listed for 119. Been on the market for 53 days. Vacant. The realtor says the sellers won't entertain anything less than a full price offer, and the house needs work to boot because their neighbors sold their house for that much. Sure, whatever, but that's their right, and they can do that, and they don't. At $63,000, your mortgage is next to nothing, especially if it's 3%. What do they care if it sits there? It's worth their time and their effort to hold out for that higher price. What, eventually they don't sell and they rent it out and whatever, they're still net ahead. Like, people don't have to sell, and they're not selling, and they're choosing not to. And the ones that are like, hey, I know there's nothing else on the market. Pay me top dollar. Now, the stuff that hits the market, and I'm going to show you one in Wyoming here in a second. The stuff that is quality and is really good, people are snagging up because the junk that is sitting out on the market, nobody wants. That's the stuff that's languishing, and that's the stuff with extended days. It's the junk that's overpriced that nobody wants. Now, there are differentiators in real estate. You have to admit that. There's good properties, there's bad properties, there's good locations, and there's bad locations. The stuff in bad locations that's bad properties that nobody wants are sitting. Those people are out of touch. I don't know what to tell you about that one, but that's the truth. Here's this house. Cute little 2-bedroom, 2-bath, right in downtown Cody, Wyoming. Built in 1948. 7,000 square feet. The lot is 7,000 square feet. So it does have central air, which is nice, and a garage. Guys, it was on market for 2 days. 2 days. It really went under. This is today. It went under contract yesterday. I watched this come up. I was going to go look at it. For me, I probably thought it was a little overpriced. Boom, gone. Instantly. I mean, it's a great little location downtown. I don't know that I would have paid for it, but as an investor, I don't know that I could get a return on that. I'd need to run the numbers, but I wanted to look at it. Didn't even get a chance. Under contract, 2 days. That stuff in desirable locations is selling. Recognize that if you're coming to Wyoming, certain parts, you need to move quick. We're not seeing the downturn. I don't see these people taking price cuts. I saw a Glenn Beck video the other day. He's encouraging you to get into like-minded communities. Guys, those areas we're seeing a coalescence in. Got to move on. Housing market is different. It is not crashing. Certain areas, yes. Those areas are just dumpster fires. That's why they're crashing. We're seeing growth in Maryland. You've got a lot of government jobs. We all know the government's expanding. You've got a lot of tech jobs and other stuff there around Baltimore and DC. This guy in Kansas said that what would traditionally be cheap houses, people aren't budging on those prices. Wyoming is booming. There are areas booming. That's not a housing crash. That's not a national housing crash. That's not 2008. Look around and recognize it's multiple markets. It's not just Wyoming. Stop yelling at me for that. But anyway, I encourage you to go watch that other guy's video. You can hear his story about the house that he got outbid on. People just have to recognize. And I'll catch you in the next one.